Welcome to Dolly Talk. This is Dolly. How is everybody doing? I hope you had a good Thursday or Friday, depending where you are. Hello, Mads. Scott. Mavka. Yes. Hi, Rachel. How you doing today? So last year we were, thank you, Christine, for being a member for 11 months. It's awesome. Let's see, where were we? So last month, there was kind of a negative article on the judge, and he took down all his YouTube videos that were up, and no more had been, no new ones had been uploaded or streamed on his YouTube channel. A little odd. So I was wondering if he was still streaming elsewhere, which he was. So I found that this morning and recorded almost all of it. So we can stream today. Going forward, I'll probably be recording these, but we'll see, because they're not, these aren't going to be on Mavka. These aren't probably going to be on YouTube, at least not officially. So it'd be cool to have a way to preserve them. So yeah, we will start with today. It is interesting. I noticed his demeanor was subdued. We didn't get any comments about Chuck, for instance. That was a little disappointing. Oh, God. Junior. Yes, hi. Okay, there's Junior. Hey, there's my cat's asshole. Okay, hi, cats. Yes. Good boy. Hey, David. How are you doing? Hope you're well. Hey, half Irish. I haven't heard much about it. Do you think he's been criticized for streaming? Yes. Yes, Junior. I know there was some defense lawyers that didn't really like it, and they had to like warn their client because, I mean, in their defense, their client is going there, they're having really bad time, and now they get to live forever on YouTube. So I kind of get their position. It sounds like he was, my interpretation is he was told by a higher judge that he can't do YouTube anymore. He even mentions it at one point today that he's still streaming other places, just not YouTube. Yes. So, let's begin, shall we?
Is going on in your life. If I find that you...
And I was like a couple minutes, we started like 15 minutes early, so I didn't get the start, but it's still pretty close.
Drive. I will have a contempt hearing. I can have a contempt hearing, and I can hold you in contempt and slap you with 180 days every single time you get into a car and drive. Do you understand? If you drove here, you are not allowed to drive home.
Aww.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
On one ankle, I'm going to put a scram monitor so I know that you're not consuming alcohol. You consume alcohol, you smoke any dope, I'm going to put you in jail. Right now, I'm going to send you for a drug and alcohol test because I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. Like I said, you're also on probation for a felony DWI. It's very possible they file another motion to revoke your probation.
There we go.
I'm going to have you come up here, swear test that you're not going to drive. I'm going to have you sign a recent Victoria. You're going to get with Felicia for your bond conditions, and I'm going to have you come back after your drug test. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're not to use, consume marijuana, anything, and I'm going to test you regularly so I know that you're not using. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Come on.
Does he have to come back after?
Yeah. Yes.
Next is page 4. Connor, come on up.
Felicia, in the assault, no contact with the complaining witness and no weapons as well,
Yes, sir.
in addition to all the other ones.
Hey, Alexi.
You are Joshua Connor. Mr. Connor, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. I'm showing that this case is 361 days old. Mr. Connor, your case is 361 days old, and I'm giving you 2 weeks to have a lawyer. And when you come back, we're going to set your case for trial. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you ever take off on me again, I'm going to triple, if not maybe quadruple your bond. No more PR bonds for you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. No alcohol, no drugs. I'm ready to set this case for trial. You've taken off on us repeatedly. Your case is 361 days old, and we set
Judge.
cases for trial at 180 days. Have a lawyer when you come back, because in the next setting, I'm telling you what's going to happen. Do you understand? You see if he has a Texas driver license. You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care if you have a baby that's born and you got to rush to the hospital. If you don't have a license and liability insurance, do not drive.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, Judge.
One down.
So Felicia, normal bond conditions, please. And then Vic, 2 weeks. And next plea is trial or plea. Next time. Come on.
All right, Judge, next is page 5. Curtis, come on up.
Good morning, Mr. Curtis. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6
Holy
months in jail and a
crap.
$2,000 fine. We're going to do
That guy's neck. Damn it, do I have the little... Darn it, I don't have the plug-in to zoom in. Wow. Like, is that guy related to one of those, like, African tribes where they stretch their neck out? Yikes. It's impressive. I give him credit.
probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. Officers were dispatched to a Holiday Inn in Harris County, Texas, in response to a disturbance. The caller reported that 2 white males left the property, one in an F-150 and one in a Mitsubishi. When the officer arrived, he observed the Mitsubishi, which matched the description given in the parking lot, headed towards a nearby road. The officer initiated a traffic stop and made contact with the driver, the defendant. The officer asked the defendant if he was involved in a physical disturbance, and the defendant stated yes, that him and another individual got into a physical fight, and that he got into his car to separate himself and calm down. The defendant stated he was heading towards a gas station when he was stopped by the officer. While speaking to the defendant, the officer observed an odor of alcoholic beverage, glossy eyes, and slurred speech. The defendant admitted to drinking 2 beers, and standard field sobriety tests were conducted. HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 0 out of 8, one leg stand 0 out of 4. The DIC was read, and the defendant consented to breath.
I mean, the people who made the DUI tests, did they really take into consideration somebody who is so top heavy? I mean, that's got to throw his balance off. I'm just saying. Like, on a normal day, sober, he'd probably fail those tests.
Results were 0.103 and 0.113.
And the stop was for what?
They had a call about a disturbance, and the vehicle he was in matched the description given by the caller about individuals involved in that disturbance, and they pulled the vehicle over to inquire about that disturbance.
How do we know it has anything to do with him?
They provided,
What's going on? What's the disturbance?
we have is that In regard to that disturbance, they were given a specific description of the vehicle, and he was asked about it, and he admitted to being involved in that disturbance when the officer encountered the vehicle.
I'm going to find probable cause for now, Mr. Curtis. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. Can you run his license, please? See if he has a valid license. What do you do for a living, sir?
I'm a contractor. I'm trying to start my own business.
Do you have an income right now?
Yes, sir.
What kind of income do you make a month?
It just really depends. Right now, work's slow, so I've been
Well, he doesn't need to use a ladder too often, I suppose.
working leaves, trying to do anything I can to make the bills. I have 3 kids, my own house, and a pregnant wife. Sometimes provide.
You can apply for an appointed lawyer.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to give you an application. I'm going to give you an application. I'll have you talk to someone today. I'm going to have you sign a reset with Victoria.
Yes, Your Honor.
Don't drive unless you have insurance as well, car insurance. I'm making it a condition of your bond. Don't consume alcohol. Don't consume illegal drugs, and you'll be fine with us.
Sure.
Don't be a danger to my public. All right, come on.
All right, Judge, next is page 6. Deleon, come on up.
This isn't live. This was from this morning. I recorded it because he's no longer streaming on Zoom or on YouTube. So I had to record it and playing it from my recording today.
It's Curtis. On top of page 5.
Let's go. Ooh.
You married De Leon? Ms. De Leon, you were charged with failure to stop and give information. Yes. Don't say anything. All I'm telling you is what you're charged with. We have to do probable cause. I want to know what happened with the case to see whether we go forward or not. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Do you understand what's going on? Okay.
Yes, Judge. The officer was dispatched to a crash in Harris County, Texas, and upon arrival, the defendant was blocked in a parking spot by the complainant. The complainant told the officer that she was driving when the defendant attempted to pass her and struck her vehicle. The defendant initially stopped, but when the complainant approached her, the defendant drove away without providing information. The defendant could not drive far due to traffic and turned into a nearby parking lot. The complainant followed and honked her horn at the defendant, trying to get her to stop. The defendant refused and nearly hit another vehicle while trying to get away from the complainant. The officer observed multiple other places that the defendant could have stopped to exchange information before the location. The complainant approximated damages at $2,000.
Okay. Ms. De Leon, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Do you see if she has a valid Texas driver's license, please?
It's eligible, Your Honor.
Do not drive unless you have car insurance, ma'am. I'm making that a condition of your bond. Do you understand?
I noticed that earlier. It's only on 1.25, and I was watching it in normal speed. She's a little twitchy. It's a little...
You have insurance.
Okay. What do you do for a living, ma'am?
I'm not working right now.
Would you like a lawyer?
I suppose it could just be that she's nervous. Maybe never been in this situation before, but a little weird.
Then?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Let me see if I need you to fill out an application for me, and then I'll see whether you qualify. Assuming you do, we'll provide you a lawyer today. Okay, ma'am?
Sorry.
Please.
All right, Judge, next is page 7. Glenn, come on up. Judge, can you take a look at the financial activities?
Hey, Wendy. How you doing? How you guys doing?
You guys need help today?
Those are just some things that.
Okay. So just tell me if you want, I can come by at 10:30.
No, Judge Clinton's
Oh,
having this today, these are just from Tuesday.
got it. Okay.
Thank you so much. Have a good
Of
day,
course.
sir.
You
Happy New Year.
You too.
Thank you.
You do Corey Glenn?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Glenn, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you.
Yes, Judge. The officer was dispatched to a minor crash on metro tracks, and when the officer arrived, they observed the defendant stumbling, yelling at other officers, making unclear statements, and acting incoherently. The officers believe the defendant may have been intoxicated due to bloodshot, glassy eyes and slurred speech, and the defendant was initially detained for DWI investigation, however, was transported to the hospital due to not being able to stand on his own. During a vehicle inventory, the officers located a firearm on the left side of the driver's seat, unholstered.
Yes?
Where was it again?
It was on the left side of the driver's seat, unholstered.
So what happened with the DWI? Are they going to file it?
DWI was not filed, Your Honor.
Mr. Glenn, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Can you run his license, please?
Yes, Judge.
I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds for you. Do you understand?
Your Honor is not eligible.
You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. Mr. Glenn, I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care if there's a burning building and you have to save 50 kids. If you don't have a license and car insurance, do not drive. Go to DPS, find out what you need to do, get your license, get it back, and I'll take this off. But until this point, if I find that you drive, it's really not going to go well for you. Do you understand? We're going to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I'm going to have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. I'll have you meet with Fleischer for your bond conditions, and then you'll be headed out there. When you come back, please have a lawyer, sir. Please. All right, come on.
All right, Judge, next is page 12. Top of page 12, Laura Jose.
Hi, good morning. Jose, Laura, come up.
Mr. My client, he is actually in ICE custody.
Okay,
So we're set for arraignment today, but I'm here to ask for a very small reset. I don't think the state is opposed to that. I also represent him in immigration proceedings. We have a bond hearing on the 9th.
do you have some kind of proof that he's actually in?
I do.
Come show me, and then,
Man,
so of course, come on up. Great. You can have as much time as you want. So if you want 30 days, you can have 30 days. If you want just when he bonds out, if he bonds out, he's got to be here the next day so we can do conditions and then we're happy. So whatever day you want him on. Okay, yes, ma'am, please.
All right, Judge, next is page 12. Martinez, come on up.
Right?
Good morning, Ms. Martinez. Sir, you were charged with terroristic threat. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. The officers were dispatched to a disturbance at a residence in Harris County, Texas. The officers made contact with the defendant and a witness, the defendant's boyfriend. The officers observed the defendant to be highly intoxicated, and the officer tried to ask the witness what happened, and the defendant continuously interrupted and would not allow the witness to speak to the officer. The officer then temporarily detained the defendant, and the witness stated that he and the defendant were eating dinner with the witness's friend, the complainant. The defendant began to get hostile towards the witness and the complainant during dinner, and the complainant decided to leave and go home. The complainant lives 2 streets over from the witness. After the complainant left, the defendant took the witness's keys to his vehicle and stated, "I'm going to find that bitch and teach that old bitch a lesson." The witness then called the complainant to tell her what the defendant said, and the complainant was afraid and then told her neighbor about the threat in case something happened. The defendant then called the witness 5 times in 3 minutes and texted her, "Outside your house, bitch." The complainant was in fear for her life due to the defendant's statements.
So the initial threat is just like an open threat, not made to.
It was said to the witness, but then later he texted the complainant directly stating that he was outside her house.
Give me a second. Hello? Okay. Which one is it? Yeah. Just text. Yeah, text me the number, wait, and then I'll do it. All right, thanks. All right, so now, Mr. Martinez, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. You know, in life, there are people, when they consume alcohol, they turn into like very jovial, fun, you know, and then there are people who develop horns and a tail when they start drinking. Don't drink. Do you understand? I'm making it a condition of your bond that you're not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and if I find that you do, I'm going to put you in jail. Do you understand? No more PR bonds for you. I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case and not to be in possession of weapons. Do you understand your bond conditions?
Yes, Your Honor.
How old are you, sir? Do you have an income? What do you do for a living?
I manage the inventory for PetSmart.
Okay. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, sir?
It depends.
Okay. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, sir?
Wait, what?
Do you have an income? What do you do for a living?
I manage the inventory for PetSmart.
Okay. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, sir?
Oh boy, a PetSmart employee. That kind of goes with my experience with PetSmart employees. Oh, wow, Watchdog, thank you so much. That was very generous of you. Gifting 10 Dolly Talk memberships. Helping the chat go green. That was very nice of you. Thank you. Let me see. Beautiful Waterfall, Mally MC, Factual Lie, Amanda McDaniel, Shannon VS, Let's Go Brandon, Cindy Denise, Badgered Witness, and Lady Bliss. So thank you very much.
It depends. I mean,
What kind of money do you make a month?
On a PetSmart salary, I doubt it.
it fluctuates. It's not really like, I don't know. My checks go up and down depending on how many hours we work.
I need to know exactly how much you make if you want to apply for a court-appointed lawyer. So I can send you home with an application if you'd like. You can fill it out here, but I need to know exactly how much money you want to make. Otherwise, you'll be required to go hire a lawyer. So look, what, do you want to try to apply for a lawyer, or do you want to go out and hire a lawyer?
I could apply for one. I don't know.
Okay, I need you to be honest on the application. This is an affidavit that you're filling out. So be honest. I need to know everything about you. How much money you have in the bank, what kind of car you drive,
I have
stocks.
a car. I don't drive.
What I'm telling you is I need to know everything about you. How much money you have in the bank, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, IRAs, information of this nature, and then I'll see whether you qualify, okay? Stephen will give you an application. They'll have you sign a reset. You're going to meet with Felicia for bond conditions, and then we'll take a look at the application. Please.
All right, Judge, next is page 13. Moreland, come on up.
Judge, we're on Moreland now. How are you? John Landers. Pleasure to see you.
In a while.
It has been. It's been a couple of years,
Yeah,
actually.
what's new, man?
Not much. I was wondering, can we hold off on PC? I went to the DA's office to speak with the complainant because there's a no contact current bond order. And I spoke to the complainant this morning, and he would like that lifted. This is the family violence assault.
I'm happy to do it now, but the only thing I need is them to verify.
I want them to verify first. So I've given them the cell phone number. Mr. Scott is the DA on the
I don't know what she did, but I know she's not guilty.
case. He's got it now.
We got to do PC today, though.
I agree. Can I just?
A little bit later, I'm happy to do it.
That's all.
Absolutely. Of course.
Thank you very
Yeah. So just take a seat. Do not leave me. Okay. All right. So just let me know when you're ready.
While we're here, can I know that you have the YouTube channel.
I'm not YouTubing anymore. I live stream like I do before, but I don't.
Professional, she's worried about, you know.
I don't YouTube per se, but I live stream like we do back, like I did back in the old days.
Okay.
So,
No worries.
okay.
I thought I'd ask about that. I appreciate it. We'll hang tight then.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sure.
So yeah, he doesn't do the YouTube anymore.
Judge, we have one.
No, Hella, actually. I found out today that he is no longer streaming to YouTube. Apparently my assumption is a higher up judge told him to stop streaming to YouTube because of all the attention it was getting. But he's still streaming to Zoom and another place, so you can watch it live. And I recorded that today. So this is today's stream from this morning.
That's a Spanish speaker. I've already texted for an interpreter.
Okay. Any more? Okay. Gary. What's up, buddy? Are you here on someone today? Happy New Year. Are you? Come on. No. How are you? Me too. Who are we talking about? In custody.
Christina? Noah?
If you want to see who that is, first.
Just so you know,
Skipping
Judge,
forward.
it's last name Ogunleye, Oludare Ogunleye. He appears to have a failed ID local case, and then he has the out-of-state fugitive warrant. I don't know if we need him brought out. I haven't talked to him yet.
I mean, he's got not made bond on the failure to ID, so we're kind of in a holding pattern.
Right. I think it's the 6th or the 7th.
He's actually with us on the 7th.
Set for the 7th, in y'all's court.
But I saw something about it being transferred to court 2 maybe or something, or was it transferred to y'all from court 2?
I don't know why, because I don't see any priors. Oh, I do see a transfer order. Hold on a second. What is it? Conflict of interest.
Okay.
Belongs in court 2 per intake supervisor.
What does that mean?
That's really weird.
Yeah.
Hi, Blossom. You got to give me a second. I have to do these Spanish arraignments real quick.
No problem, Judge. Just let me know. I'll be on standby here.
All right, Judge, ready for the Spanish arraignment? All right.
Chacones, come up.
Dracones.
This is an arraignment. Please have a seat.
Does he has a lawyer, Vic?
Oh, he says he speaks English.
You speak English well? Good enough to understand?
Yes, sir.
Hey, do you have a lawyer?
I believe so. His name is Zuniga, Joel Zuniga, Noel Zuniga. They told me he was going to be here.
Or Val Zuniga?
I got Noel Zuniga or David Preston.
Preston, hold on a second.
They told me somebody was going to be here.
Oh, is this not David's cell phone? Okay, this is Judge Fleischer, Court 5, and I have Mr. Chacones here. I'm wondering if Mr. Bresson is going to make it here for arraignment or not. Chacones. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay, just go ahead and take a seat for me. Give me a second, we have an arraignment. Of course.
Judge, we're here on that punishment hearing today. I've conferred with my staff and chief, and we would really be comfortable if we could have a court reporter on the record.
And she's not here? She's on vacation?
So what does the court recommend then, I guess?
It's up to you. If you want to do it on the record, you can wait till Monday. I don't have her court reporter. She's on vacation. So
the whole family's here, so let's just go ahead and do it today, I suppose.
I mean, we didn't do the plea on the record, right?
Right.
So it's up to you. Whatever you want to do.
It's fine, Judge. I mean, we're not going to appeal the court's ruling or anything like that. So, I mean, we would naturally just be more comfortable. Well, okay. So I guess we'll roll till Monday then. That's my law partner, Brett Landry. Y'all.
Whatever you guys want.
Okay.
If you're going to do the Monday, that's not a problem.
Okay. Thanks, Judge. So I guess we'll just. All right, Judge. Thank you.
Punishment. He pled without an agreed rec, so we just got to do punishment.
Oh, I think this is the
Last time we were here. And we're back here today, and we still don't have a court.
Or no, maybe not.
But I know for sure she's going to be here Monday, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And he's gone.
He has one. I'm only going to call too.
If you're willing to go and ask, go find one.
I'm sorry, Judge.
Yeah. If you want to go find one, it's up to you. Yeah, because I don't know how busy they are. I don't know.
Okay, thanks, Judge.
I don't have a problem with it.
Okay.
If they want to do it, if you want to go and ask, I'm all for it.
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah, sure. Please. Hi.
Mr. Jose Draconis.
Okay, you're here. Wait.
Sorry,
But I have David Preston. That's
I work with David.
Okay, great. Chacones, come up. Driving while intoxicated, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
On December 7th, 2024, officer conducted a traffic stop on the defendant's vehicle. After observing it failed to maintain a single lane, swerved between multiple lanes, and almost struck the officer's vehicle. The defendant was a driver and sole occupant of the motor vehicle, and upon contact with the defendant, the officer observed a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, slurred speech, bloodshot red eyes. The defendant appeared confused, and the defendant had had trouble standing up straight and was swaying while standing. Standing up varieties were performed. HGN 5 out of 6, walk and turn 6 out of 8, one leg stand 4 out of 4. The GIC was read, but the defendant refused, and a blood search warrant was drawn and executed.
Ready to be honest? If you
No,
know
Your Honor.
NCIC license.
Eligible.
Mr. Chacon, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, into jail you will go. Tell me, are you in this country with permission or no?
Excuse me?
You were in ICE custody, correct?
Correct.
You've bonded out of that ICE custody. Do you have a Texas driver license?
Not anymore.
How do you, that's my question, Alex, because
I'll rerun it.
how?
I don't know. Yeah.
If you don't have a license, don't drive. I am making it a condition of your bond. Unless you have a Texas driver license and liability insurance, do not drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
It's still showing eligible on our end.
I don't know. So, it's your responsibility to go to DPS and find out if it's still valid or not. If it's not, don't drive.
Okay.
Also, don't consume alcohol or illegal drugs. You've got a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but you must stay in touch with counsel. If they come back, if they tell me they can't get a hold of you because you've flown the coop, I will issue a warrant for your arrest.
Okay.
If you pick up a new case, likewise, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. Just be good. That's it. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. I'll have you sign a receipt with Victoria. We'll have you get with Fleischer your bond conditions, and then you're free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks, guys. Hi, Counsel.
He took a visit for testing at his last setting, so we just needed to go over that.
Okay. It's for James Thomas,
Yes.
right? Okay. Maybe 15 days. Got it. Don't use marijuana. Do you understand? The test came
That guy can hide a lot of joints in his hair, just saying.
back. Did it say positive for marijuana? I'm going to test you 45 days. If I find that you still test positive, I'm going to put you in jail. Do you understand? Because that tells me that you've continued to smoke. I'm not going to let you do it while you're on bond in this court. Do you understand? Don't pick up a new case. There are co-defendants in this case, right?
Yes.
Don't have contact with the co-defendants as well. You understand? It's not easy to make everybody happy here. I'm not asking much from you. Do you understand? Okay. All right. Yes, ma'am.
How much time?
Yeah.
I don't know how the MAC does that. I mean, I'm fine with it, but is he being transferred to court too?
I don't know. Let me ask Vic,
Yes, it's being
why?
transferred.
Why?
Because it was placed in here and here,
Oh,
and they said we have enough cases, so.
yeah, it's going to court too. So
Okay.
we'll keep you on the fugitive case, and then we'll wait out to see what happens with the other one.
Yeah, from the state, I got that he's on probation for an armed robbery and possession of a firearm by convicted felon, no bond, Cobb County, Georgia.
You have a pre-signed waiver?
I emailed them for it. I haven't received it yet.
He's on probation many, many times. We have a pre-signed waiver, so you need to see if that's,
And then, yeah.
let me see.
And I think we said the 7th, so should we bring it back?
Yeah, armed robbery, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, violation of probation.
I'm skip forward.
But we literally have revocation.
Wait for my clicker.
Hi. Is your client here? I can't. Just too many violations over and over and over. If he's not here, I'm revoking his bond. I've already given him as much leeway as I can. But we literally have revocation, or we have violation after violation after violation after violation. At some point, I have to say when. I think I've been more than accommodating. I've been more than patient. You know what I mean? Really? How many times have we let him?
I spoke to his mom.
I don't care about his mom. Okay, how do I know that?
She's supposed to be sending me something. I mean, I'll give it to you once I. However, with just the alcohol, the alcohol is screenwise. He did send me a list of his current medication, and one of his medications does have 20% alcohol in it. But as far as the tampering, I haven't been able to speak with Mr. K that far.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's too much. It's too much. I'll take a look whatever you give me. Okay, we'll go. All right. You are Jesse Joe Proctor. Mr. Proctor, you're charged with terroristic threat. It's a Class A misdemeanor. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
Yes, Judge. On November 7th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a burglary of a residence in progress. Upon arrival, the defendant was found standing in front of the complainant, the defendant's ex-girlfriend, and the defendant had been sending threatening text messages to the complainant stating someone was going to die tonight and that it would be the complainant and her mother. The defendant further stated he would be taking his gun to the complainant's house, and the officer observed the text messages and confirmed the defendant sent them. The defendant also advised the officers that he sent the messages to get the complainant's attention. The complainant stated the defendant had attempted to gain entry into her home, and the complainant stated she feared for her life and would like to pursue charges.
I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Now it's a condition of your bond not to have any contact with this person. Do you understand? I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my public. If I find that you're a danger to my public, I'm just going to put you in jail and then make your bond high. Do you understand? I don't care who you are. I don't care what color you are. I don't care if you're a small farm animal. You endanger my community. It's over. You're not to be in possession of weapons and not to go within 500 feet of where she lives or where she works. Can you do me a favor?
Yes, Judge.
Right now, while we have him here, reach out to see if there's still been any more issues. Because if there is, I'm tempted to put a monitor on him so we know that he's not going anywhere near her, please.
Yes, Judge, because we reached out on the 15th of November, and at that time, the complainant stated she was fine with contact and that she did not believe the defendant would harm her. So she's fine with contact as of November 15th. We can reach out again if you would like us to.
Please.
Yes, Judge.
Or actually, let me have you sign a reset and then we'll get you back in the jury box, please. Abel.
Are we reinstating?
Oh.
Judge.
I did see a picture that was much heavier.
I don't even know. So I'll address it when we finish up. Wow. What's the word? Happy New Year. What's the word, Thunderbird?
Jordan Garcia.
Okay.
He was reset to pay the DWI PTI fee. He paid it on the 19th. But
We can't file supervision orders right now, and PTIs are kind of on hold for today and tomorrow, just with Nathan Beadle having left, and we've got that.
Oh, right.
Who's
With
the
the new
prosecuting?
admin coming in.
So we were told to kind of postpone everything to next week regarding DWI PTIs. The supervision orders we can't file.
Do you know, have you heard any changes? Do we?
We have no idea. We just were told Monday they're gonna have some sort of meeting about everything.
Monday, there's going to be a meeting.
I think
Okay,
so.
so yeah, let's roll it, I guess, to next Thursday. And hopefully we can, yeah. So all DWF PTIs on hold for now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, makes sense. Ms. Okafor.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Hey, good morning. What's going on with you?
I'm approaching on Trey Daniels.
Okay.
So, Your Honor, we had submitted, due to the holidays, my client got all of the documents that we needed to complete the mitigation packet, which we submitted to the state this morning.
Great.
Yes, so I'm still looking at them, Your Honor.
I know, I'm assuming you need a bit of time.
If that's
You wanna do-
okay.
Yeah, like till next week.
Sure, yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, are you good with what day next week? Any day but Friday.
That guy in the bottom right has like a law library from wish.com. But I do give him like credit for at least having a law library and not just like some crappy Zoom background.
We can do. Thursday's fine.
Okay, so if you say no, where are we headed, Ms. Okafor? Do you know? Are we going to set up?
I need to, so possibly, but I just need to confirm with my client.
So let's do this. Then I'm going to have your client come here next setting so we can figure out once and for all.
That's fine.
Because I don't know, right?
That works.
Okay. So
Thank you, Your Honor.
bottom of page 5, roll to next Thursday, must appear. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
She's here.
Okay, that's okay. Come on up. We'll have you sign a reset.
It's a good areas. We got the translator. Everybody's here. And this whole family judge is right there in your second.
Yeah, we can get it. Yeah. Bill.
Hi, Judge.
Hey.
How are you?
Hello, Bill.
Thursday.
Well, so I told you that I would appear today on the Nicholas Lane case. I represent the family. It looks like the cases have been dismissed.
Oh, really?
I believe so, unless I'm.
Morse decided to dismiss the cases, Judge.
Hey. Okay, there you
Okay.
go.
Thanks,
Brad
everybody.
Morse dismissed it, so we don't have any more jurisdiction. We're done.
Okay, y'all have a great day. Thank you so much.
Okay,
And I
you
see
too.
the bond did not get revoked or anything like that, so.
No. Well, no, even if it did, it's over because it got dismissed. Have I signed it?
Yes, you signed.
Yeah, I already signed it, so yeah, you're good.
Okay, y'all have a great day. Thank you
Yeah,
so
good luck with him, Bill.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Judge, for Daniel, what are we voting it for? Judge, for.
Gonna sign them, Judge? Okay.
Yeah, as soon as I get it, it's not here yet.
Court going on the record, holding all conversations.
Okay, we are on the record in cause number 247-3585. Today is January 2nd, Thursday, January 2nd. It's approximately 10:14 a.m. Guys, if you would please announce yourselves for purposes of the record.
The state, Kelsey Siegler.
For defense, Garrett Gibbons and Brett Landriault. Representing Ernesto Gutierrez.
Mr. Ernesto Gutierrez stands charged with the offense of making a firearm accessible to a child.
Is Hella still in chat? We covered this. This guy had a hearing a few weeks ago. This is a follow-up. This is the one I'm thinking of. He left a gun out, and his child, I believe, killed their sibling. So that his child died.
He's facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We were here last time on December 19th, state having offered 270 days in jail, and defense and state couldn't come up to an agreement, and so state waived. Defense has come to us for punishment, asking the court to punish Mr. Gutierrez with regard to this case. We have done the agreement. He has pled guilty to the offense. So now we're set for punishment in this case today. One of the things that I would like to know is how this has changed you, Mr. Gutierrez. What have you done differently?
My life has changed completely.
My trabajo, mi vida social.
My work, my social life, everything.
What have you done differently? So that we know that you appreciate the gravity of what has happened. What have you done differently? losing a child is probably one of the worst things that can happen in life. You know, when you have a child, you are tasked with loving, protecting, raising, making that person the best they can be. That is the duty of a father. Here, you allegedly left a gun on a bed. The child found the gun, or one of the children found the gun, and did the unthinkable. What have you done that is, so I know that you appreciate the gravity of what has happened? Did you go to therapy? Did you see a psychologist? What have you done?
Mi familia y yo hemos estado asistiendo a terapias.
My family and I have been attending therapy.
Trabajamos 3 meses con trabajadores, estuvieron visitando trabajadores sociales.
We, for 3 months, were being visited by social workers.
So CPS got involved, I guess? What happened with that? Anything?
Pues durante ese tiempo ellos estuvieron asistiendo a mis niños.
Well, during that time, they were helping my children, my wife and myself.
Para ayudarnos con la situación.
To help us with that situation.
So you had a CPS plan in place then? Is CPS still involved in your life now? How long are they expected to be in your lives?
Ellos estuvieron casi 4 meses con nosotros.
They were with us for almost 4 months.
Y aún tenemos contacto con la psicóloga.
And we still are in touch with the psychologist that helped us.
Personalmente he tomado todas las medidas para que mis hijos no estén solos.
Personally, I have taken measures to make sure that my children are not alone in the house.
Todo el tiempo mi esposa ha estado con ellos y ahorita mi
My wife
padre.
has been with them the entire time, and even right now.
Mientras yo trabajo para sostener a mi.
While I work to support them.
Ha sido bien difícil.
It's been very difficult.
How many children do you have now?
Three.
Did you just have another child?
Your Honor, they're all here today.
Yes.
What do you want?
Your Honor, may I address the court? Okay. Judge, you know, this is a very good man. I have hundreds of clients. As you know, being a judge, not all of them are good. Oftentimes, there's a lot of bad people in this world that, you know, over the course of the past few months, I've gotten the honor, the privilege of getting to know this man, getting to know his family, sitting here in your honorable court today. These are good people from Venezuela. And Judge, in my first 2 or 3 years of practice, I did catastrophic injuries, wrongful death, personal injury work. I saw oftentimes a horrible accident like this would happen. Husband and wife with divorce, families would be, you know, left in shambles. This is a man that the family really needs. He's the sole provider of the house. He's a good father. He's a good husband. When the wife and the kids came to my office last week and we talked about this case and I was preparing them for the day, the wife couldn't even look me in the eyes. The children had a panic attack. They're scared to death that they're going to lose their father, their husband.
Not the only thing they should be scared to death of.
He's the glue that holds the family together. And he's scared to death of the great power judge that you have and that this court has. And I told you this last time during the guilty plea, and I'll tell the court this now. Judge, it really doesn't matter if if you give this guy,
Sure.
but if you give him, deferred or you give him a death penalty, just, I know I'm being, I know I'm embellishing. It doesn't matter if the court gives him 100 years in prison. This man will never forgive himself. He hates himself.
What do you want?
Judge, I want the best case scenario. I don't know if the court can give a diversion or intervention. That would be great. If not, at the very worst, deferred adjudication, Judge, because I want to keep this man out of prison because his family needs him. I brought them today. They will also tell His Honor how much they need it, how much they need him, and that without him going to prison, prison is not, jail is not the place for this gentleman. Because then those kids will grow up without a dad. All financial contributions will be over with, and this whole family will be destroyed. And then most likely, there's a very strong possibility that he will be deported. We've already, admonished him ourselves about this, but Ernesto, I want you to look at the judge. Are you sorry? You acknowledge the fact that you have messed up? Do you take responsibility for this?
Totally.
Do you hate yourself?
Yes.
And are you begging the judge for mercy?
Yes.
Do you understand that he has the power to throw you in jail and throw away the key and sit there and rot away?
We are deeply sorry.
Tell him why you deserve mercy.
We're sorry. We're sorry.
I don't want my family to be left alone. I am the sole support of my family.
Is there anything else you want to tell the judge?
Just asking for mercy. Be merciful on me.
No solamente esta situación va a afectar a mí, sino a mis hijos también.
This situation is not just going to affect me, but also my children as well.
Your Honor, would you like to hear from the wife or the kids or the father or friend?
I think that they've probably been punished enough for this, really.
Thank you, Judge.
Do you want to add anything?
Just that you've seen more cases than any of us, and I know that you'll do the right thing, so we will defer to you. And I understand when we first met to show signs of remorse and things that he's done after that, and it appears he has done those things.
I will tell you this, that if this were a case where there had been the death of someone else's child, then I think that would absolutely 100% unequivocally be jail and a really long and healthy jail sentence. But in this case, I think that when you do something of this nature where you end up with the death of your own child, I think that that's about as bad as it gets. I really feel for you. It's not going to be an easy thing to. I don't think something with the dismissal is appropriate in this case, because I think the world needs to be on notice of what has happened, And, I shudder to think that anytime you look at a picture, anytime you do an activity, it's going to bring up a memory. I have a problem dealing with it myself. Just think before you act. Think before you speak. Because kids are crafty. I've seen this all too much. And we had a case here where a kid lined up a bookcase that was 15 feet high, took a gun and killed. Just, if you have weapons, you don't need to have them accessible or even near a child. I'm gonna sentence you to 1 year in jail. I'm gonna probate it for 2. I'm not gonna put you in jail now because I think that I hope
Hey, Christopher.
that this is punishment enough. I am going to keep tabs on you so I know that you're doing well, though. I'm not going to let you go for 2 years. And I want him to do thinking for a change. I don't want you to be in possession of weapons. I don't want you to consume alcohol. I don't want you to consume illegal drugs. You mess up, I am going to put you in jail. Pick up a new case, I will put you in jail. I think that if I were to put you in jail now, what it would probably end up doing is punishing your family more than you. And there are a lot of people that depend on you. Make the right decision. It's not hard. And I mean, leaving a gun on a bed. Anything else you think?
Please.
I don't care about the money. Money is the least of my concern. That's a good idea. Although he's probably having to do it with CPS regardless. So let's see if he's doing it with CPS. And then, just the idea is that you leave here better than you came. That's what makes us happy. And that's what we strive for every single person that comes through our court. We want you to leave better than you came. I feel your pain. If I could hug you, I would, Mr. Gutierrez, but it's tragic. It sucks. All right, guys.
Your Honor, may I address the court?
Sure.
We just want to thank you so much for the compassion that you've shown, Mr. Gutierrez, and it's just an honor to be before you. We really appreciate you hearing us out, and will you tell Judge thank you?
Thank you.
Judge, you've saved his life. So I hope you know that. May we be excused?
You got it.
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah, Judge almost broke there.
Judge, on page 8.
He's been approved.
We're now at 190 days. She doesn't have it done by the 9th?
And you wanted to set it?
Do you truly want to go to trial or no?
No.
I mean, so no PTI then?
Judge, it's his, well, if they want to give me PTI, I'll take it, but he had a prior dismissal.
Got it. Okay, got it. All right.
But I accept the PTI.
No, he has already had one. That's why. So I didn't realize that. My fault. I should have looked. Okay, what do you want to do?
Well, Judge, I was telling you that I have a death penalty capital that starts in March. And so I won't be ready until we get done this death penalty capital. And so it's up to you, Judge, if you want to set it. I've already filed continuances in 4 cases for this death penalty case.
This guy does everything.
I get it, Judge. I just, there's.
I know it's 190 days old now. By the time we get to that point, it's going to be 250 days. You're going to be consumed with that. Then we're going to reset it again. So I want to be as efficient as possible, Justin. How do we do that?
I wasn't here when you had approached on this last week, so I don't really know what the discussion was regarding an offer, but I can give you a call today after docket or tomorrow if you want to talk about it. Because I don't know, what y'all are looking for or anything like. Are you just looking for a PTI and that's it?
Yes. I mean, but if you want to make me an offer, that's fine too.
Okay. we can talk about it.
Well, like, nothing's happening now with PTIs anyways, so why don't we set it for next Wednesday?
Okay, very good, Judge. I'll be there.
And your client's got to be here too. It's getting old. Okay.
I will tell him right now.
All right, so we'll put you on for next Wednesday.
Okay, very good, Judge. We'll
You
see you
guys
then.
talk, please,
Yes.
and then we'll go from there.
Thank you,
All right, my
Judge, for
friend.
being excused.
You got it. Hi, Shrey.
Hi, happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I'm here, Mr. Powell. So a couple of things.
What do you do?
One, I'd like to waive a bail hearing.
Okay.
I'm just thinking paperwork wise, I'll e-file it. Do you need a bail form on him? Okay, well then.
I'll do it for you.
That's lovely. Secondly, I did speak with mental health. And they stated that there's not much to do on misdemeanors. We don't have the resources for it.
You have a felony open too?
No, if there was, then that would help us out because I can do the competency through them. Either way, I am going to do the competency because I do think that that's important to go forth. Like, I think we need that.
Oh, is this the one he told me to F off last one?
Yes. And so what I would like to do is to reset him for about 3 weeks. I've emailed Helena White and she said she can't, even when they're in custody, she needs 30 days. I said, okay, so if I could get like.
Remember, she's got probably it.
I know.
So
I get it. So
I think we can get him back in the Harris Center, but for the long stay?
No, I've already spoken to Badmore's. So the issue with the Ed Emmett Centers, he was there a good amount of days last time. Once they sort of stabilize you, it's sort of like low-key NPC, right? Somebody would have to put him into the MHMRA system, actually. NPC is
Non-playable characters.
better handled to transfer them to MHMRA and have them involuntarily committed. I don't think the Ed Emmett Center is. They don't do that. That pipeline doesn't necessarily exist. That pipeline is more like, hey, let's get you out and set up with resources to go to MHMRA. And I think for clients like mine, it's not a good option. So sadly enough, we're at this place where I wish I could put a little sticker to him that says, take him to NPC next time, But what we
Is
do-
there something we can do to try to get him in?
No.
What about Brad? Can Brad help? Morris?
Pretty much said, I talked to him. I can throw him the email. He pretty much said, hey, it times out on misdemeanors. Not that he doesn't want to help. I think he does. It's just it times out. And so he's like, by the time we get all of it done, legally, the way we will do it would be the competency to restore comp, right? In the non-jail world, it would be NPC and involuntary commitment. So it's just one of those things. It's like, if we have them, we have to go through that. Well, what I was thinking was.
I wish they would give us more resources.
I do. It's weird. It's such a.
If you need an order, I'm happy to.
Hey, Judge, I have a question. On the plea just And what was your question, Victoria? Guilty or no?
You should have a waiver up there, Your Honor.
Are you Marcio Archaga?
Archaga.
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
So Archaga, you're wanted out of the state of Colorado for possession of a controlled substance with intent, and count 2, also controlled substance distribution. Are you waiving formal extradition?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Best of luck to you.
Buena suerte para usted. Buena suerte.
Thanks.
I have a question on Mr. Bernard Webbs. He's currently in custody right now for a terroristic threat that is set for February 10th. A new charge was filed on him while he was incarcerated, That's a false report to the police officer. I just wanted to approach to see if I can get a reset date on that.
Is it under another name? I don't see Webb.
Webbs or Bernard Webbs for the last name.
Did you say Grebs?
Webbs, W-E-B-B-S, or Bernard Webbs, B-E-N-A-R-D.
Look here. That's it.
Okay.
Is it an old case?
Is this an old case? This case was filed on.
I know it's filed 12/31, but he's not been out.
In April.
Right, that's what I was asking.
Yeah,
So,
in April. So it was filed while he was incarcerated.
okay, I'll leave the bond as is.
Okay.
I'm not going to revoke it because it happened even before.
Mhm.
But he still has a felony case that's holding him.
Yeah, his felony case, I believe, is going February 5th. So.
Yeah, if
I
you.
wanted to reset this case for the same day as his other misdemeanor. Thank you, Jan.
Are you helping out Fernandez?
Yes.
So how much time? So regularly 72 hours. Oh, so. Judge, court 6 is just.
All right.
Simmer down, Ricada. Simmer down. Come on. Oh, come on. Snacks.
Hard, I've been working.
You saw? Imagine? Me not. Sorry, man. That so hard for me not to break down in that one case, man. Just so tough. Imagine? It's just awful. I mean, I can't imagine. It's hard for me not to break down, you know? I was trying to keep it together. Like, anyways, what you got?
We've been working hard. I've been working. All the way tomorrow. That's okay.
Sure. Of course. Okay. Have fun. Oh.
Will it be for no steal? So this one. Council for reset. Magistrate's conditions due to the new of the new offense and the consideration. Alcohol were there as a 18.
Did we?
That's a nice law library you got there, ma'am. Looks a little fake, but okay.
Give him a lawyer, Castillo.
No, just certificates.
Do you need me to initial that? The bond? No. I'm putting Mr. Castillo on.
It's a little slow. I probably make around maybe like 2,500 a month.
Who do you live with?
My grandmother.
you have any other expenses? Do you have any kids, anything like that?
No kids. I help pay the bills and my car note. That's about it.
Can you pick a filter that doesn't make you look like a chemo patient, ma'am?
Did you want to apply for an appointed lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I need you to fill an application. Let me see if I have an application.
You have hair.
I've got an application already. Let me just go ahead and all right, just take a seat for me. I'll be back with you here shortly. Anna.
Good morning, Judge.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I've got two on the docket today. They're the Monday, Thursday testers, Mr. Hunter, I believe he's in the courtroom, and then Mr. Rodriguez.
Judge Hunter has not checked in.
Okay.
He's there now.
Okay.
Rodriguez.
Positive.
4.
THC.
Okay. So we'll give this standard, yeah.
You set them for Monday, Thursday.
It's okay. No, just the 35. Or I'm sorry, 45. Yeah.
So we're doing away with Monday, Thursday?
Yeah.
All right, how's February 18th or the 20th?
Can we do the 18th?
Yes. Could you reach out to him and let him know that I reset him to Monday?
Yeah. Let him know, will you? That
have
I'm
no
gonna test
honor.
45 days. If he tests positive, it's not going to go well.
Okay. I will let him know. And then with Mr. Hunter, I guess I'll just check back in.
I'll keep you in the loop.
Okay. I'll see you in a few, Judge. Thanks.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye. Keep going. They may recommend DDRP. They may recommend HUA. I don't know, but let's see. Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah. It's, I just.
Quite inconsistent on whatever happened.
Be
Okay, here's another one.
still that would probably happen.
I don't know how.
In going out or outgoing in.
Wait, is it an out of county?
So a client has a warrant out of county.
It's an out of county.
That's reported period.
Why do we not get it? Do you have a cause number?
Yes.
Let me have it. I don't know why we didn't get it. It should have come to us, right? All our counties come to us, right?
Yes.
I don't know why it's gone to another court, but we'll take care of it for you.
So Judge, the cause number is 2544178.
On Castro.
Yes, sir.
So Judge, we'll get the out of county. They can have an out of county hold and still a regular case in another court.
Right, that's not the fugitive case, or it wouldn't be a fugitive because it's in county, but that charge is just for the reckless driving. It's the same as the out of state, is you can have the hold in JWEB, but a case isn't sometimes filed until all the local holds are resolved. And it looks like she wasn't booked out of the reckless driving, or no, that's not the harassment.
Yeah, the harassment's the charge out of county.
Right. It looks like she was just booked out of the reckless. So that would probably happen today if that happened yesterday. So it just hasn't happened. You just beat it to the punch. They should do it today.
They should by today? Okay.
Right. Because it's still a 025 on the CDI.
She was booked in what, the 20th?
The 21st on the reckless driving. She gone out on the 1st, and that's when it was simultaneous for the out of county for the harassment, but they need to generate from the 025 CDI to a charge.
So
they haven't done
basically what happens is
So it's not the past 10 days because she didn't legally bond out here until the 1st. So the 10 days starts now for out of county.
That's the problem. Yeah, and that's what happens. Like the hold is told until you have either made bond or you've taken care of the case. Unfortunately, sometimes it takes a little bit longer. I have no idea why it would take so long to make bond. I mean,
for the reckless driving?
Yeah.
And I think she had a PR bond for.
She got a GOB on 12/21. That makes no sense.
Well,
Mr. Kim.
I've had some where the bond is set, they just haven't paid it for a number of reasons, and I guess
She got a GOB on 12/21.
I don't know. In terms of processing, I mean, I know the holidays have delayed some of it, which is also why it probably hasn't filed that.
It's not, but
it is unusually long.
No, no, that's not right. You pull this up? Did you pull this up? She's been sitting in custody for 10 days or more, that she's entitled to a PR bond. I'm not going to hold her for an extra 10 because someone dropped the ball.
Well, I'm not sure that's what happened. Well,
she got a GOB 12/21. So 10 days from the day that GOB hits, if they haven't come to pick her up, then she gets a PR bond.
No, what I mean is for whatever happened in the, so there's two separate things. One is the court imposing the GOB, and the second is it registering for the hold part. And that's why is so legally speaking, she was still held. And until I get more information, well, technically this wouldn't even be something that I would handle. I'm just a little aware of it.
I know.
Is for the court in terms of the hold actually being released is that part, there's nothing that the Ada County did anything wrong because they weren't notified until the hold was released by Central Records. So separate from the court placing the hold, is the hold release?
Me, I don't care about that. All I care about is how long someone's been in jail, and I have to follow the statute. If someone messed up by not notifying the other county, it shouldn't be held against her.
No, but that's not what I'm saying. Is obviously that's the transportation issue, but I'm saying the legal issue is she wasn't held more than 10 days for the harassment or the out of county. So it's just easier instead of the reckless driving. So legally speaking, she was still being held on the reckless driving, and it's irrelevant to the harassment. So nobody would have processed.
Here, the hold was placed for that harassment on 12/22. So the date for the 10 days.
So I show booked on January 1st. I'm not sure why.
Go to the hold screen.
That's where I'm looking. So booked January 1st.
I'm showing something different.
That's weird. Okay. I wonder why it's inconsistent on.
I kept hearing the first and I was like, she's been in custody since the 20th.
Okay. So
we need to get her.
I'm calling, so that we can go to the bond.
Let's see. Well, let me calculate it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, today's the 11th day.
No, I'm.
She gets it today.
I'll probably ask Megan about it on why. I've never had it happen where your JWeb screen is inconsistent with mine.
Look.
No, I believe you. I'm saying I don't know what part of the booking makes it inconsistent, and so that's a question for Megan. She would probably know.
And I was there.
For the booking, because for the same charge, it would.
It's always different.
It happens.
Odd.
It's always different on the counties because if they get put in for one day, they wait X amount, and then they book them on the out county.
Okay.
So you're looking at the booking for the out county.
I am.
Okay, I'm going to skip forward over technical issues. We got Chemo Girl back. Okay.
We're approaching on a fugitive case, Mr. Francisco Martinez.
Okay.
We have the interpreter here, Ms. Celeste. This is one where I think they arrested the wrong guy, so he's going to be released. The only issue is this might pop up in the future, so I don't know if where he gets the
not me letter. He has to go to the demanding jurisdiction, ask the judge, or it could be the prosecutor assigned to the case saying
Subject
that
matter
this is my
jurisdiction?
face attached to this government name. I have a different FBI number, whatever they want to pick. I don't care, but because it's the same date of birth, so that's going to be irrelevant for the not me letter.
Are you? How do you know? Did you do
tattoos and FBI number and mugshots?
Okay.
It's a common name, and I
Yes,
guess
it's a very common name.
I guess common-ish date of birth.
ish, or the same date?
But no, it's same date of birth. It's just, we had one happen last week, so 2 in 2 weeks is kind of unusual. Have to be by the court or the prosecutor, because they're the ones attached to the case that they're going for, because ultimately it's the warrant. And if the warrant's recalled, it makes it all irrelevant, but.
Morning, Mr. Martinez. You have a very common name, and there are a gajillion Francisco Martinezes out there. There's an unfortunately, there is someone wanted in that jurisdiction that has your name. And you see now that you've been wrongly arrested, you're going to be released today. The fear is that this continues to happen. So what I don't
you
know.
arrested the wrong freaking guy to extradite to another jurisdiction? And then you're just like, we're sorry.
We are deeply sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry. Sorry.
This is 2024. How the hell do you arrest the wrong freaking person? They don't have like fingerprints they can test, or that's common? Well, I guess it's good I have there's only like 4 people in the country with my last name, but wow.
There are methods out there, and Mr. Kim, you say there's a letter that he can get.
Yes.
What we're going to do is, I cannot give you legal advice, but I'm going to have your lawyer that we've appointed to represent you tell you how you can take care of this so that it doesn't happen again. So we're going to process you out. You should be out within hopefully the next 4 to 6 hours. Ricardo will tell you how to go about getting a letter so that this doesn't happen again. Do you have any questions? Did you want to add anything, Ricardo?
What's there to say, Judge? It's just a bad situation. This man was arrested for this, it's not a good situation.
Yeah, I mean, mistakes have been made. And I don't know, I guess the arresting officer, I don't understand why they wouldn't do just a little bit deeper dive.
Well, when they're on the field, and it's obviously an arrest in the evening, is us being one of the few agencies that's truly 24/7, is that they can only confirm by teletype for whatever the fugitive division is. And so with it's most commonly name and date of birth, and statistically that should narrow it down, but it's just, I mean, because you can't take, or you can't send.
Have mobile apices?
For that when they get processed in, but that only brings them in for, again, the same name and date of birth, but you can't trade mugshots with the demanding jurisdiction. Because the teletypes can't support images. And so ultimately it's only what the text is, and that text is the name and date of birth. So.
And on that sense, Judge, wouldn't his fingerprint goes with.
And that's why I was, they've got these mobile apices that.
The mobile thing where they could just test him and see if it's his prints or not.
Sure, but the majority of warrants, the way they're sent by teletype, again, a thumbprint can't be imaged in a teletype. So even if, yes, there is a thumbprint, but there's no way to.
The thumbprint should be able to verify who this person is, whether they have the correct date of birth.
But
mug shots.
But that only corresponds to the warrant for the demanding jurisdiction if they have something to match it against. So that's the issue is, yes, it can pull it up on our side, but it's the same way even for our parole violations is they can't check on scene, especially at 1 a.m. That's why we're the second check, is that we're able to verify if there's a thumbprint, mugshot, et cetera.
You're going to be released here momentarily. I'll have Ricardo tell you how to take the next steps though, okay? All right. Good luck, Mr. Martinez. Thank you.
Change your name. Good luck. All right. So I'm going to end now. I'm going to redirect over to Hella. She starts in 30 minutes. some updates on the Brian Koberger case that should be very interesting. Brooklyn, my bank branch man never made a mistake in putting in extra money in my account. Actually, my mom had that happen to her. She did a balance transfer for some credit cards, and there was a glitch, and two different, like, she ended up getting like $20,000 deposited into her account. And because nobody reported it, she called the bank, was like, this money isn't mine, I want to give it back. And they were like, well, nobody's reported it, so there's nothing we can do. So for a year, she had to hang on to like $20,000. And eventually they're like, hey, we need our money back. I mean, it wasn't like enough to run away to another country, but it was pretty significant. So yeah, I'm going to end now. It's been a lot of fun. I will probably do this again tomorrow at 5 o'clock. So I hope to see you guys there. And yeah, I hope to see you guys over at Hellas. Wait. I almost left studio instead of end stream. It's going to be at 5 p.m. Eastern for mine tomorrow.